Welcome back, everyone. In this lesson, we are going to actually create a diagram for this publisher's database. Again, this is posted in the description where you can go and download this database and run this script. Create the database first, then run the script. I want to go ahead and create a diagram for this one, so I'm going to double-click Database Diagrams, Expanding, and I'm going to click Yes to first create the necessary modules. I can go ahead and close this right here and I can save it. Let me right-click Diagrams and choose New Database Diagram. And you notice that all the tables become available for us to add. And I could go ahead and select all of them by holding down the Shift key and clicking the first and the last one and choose Add. And all of them get added. You may recall when we actually did this before that I told you could create additional tables here. Unfortunately, as you can see, this like moves them around like that. I need to scroll over and bring these a little bit closer. It certainly helps if you have a very large monitor. When you have especially lots of tables. You can see I have to move all of these things, close by, and this can be kind of annoying. So I am going to use my control key to miniaturize these by using the scroll bar on the mouse. Make sure I'm not missing. Up there is another one. It's the authors. Once I have all of them together, I can use the control key again to make them larger. And bring them all nearby. So let's arrange these in no particular order. And I want to see some more of the table. And this is not going to be necessarily our final arrangement. But at least now I see all the tables, and I'm going to make this slightly larger again. And I think we're in good shape now. I don't think there's a table hiding there. No, this is all of them. All right, so now what I can do is I can actually create my relationships in a graphical manner, which is really handy. And SQL Server is great because of all the tools that it presents to you. Other database engines don't have these features necessarily, or if they do, it's sort of clumsy. I know that customers place orders, so let me go ahead and put orders right here. And I'm going to click on the key for customer ID and move it to customer ID over here. It didn't work the first time, I'll try the second time. As you can see, it's trying to create this relationship. I double check it. It all looks good. It created a foreign key, orders customers. That's what it named it. Beautiful. And I have that. Now I know that orders and order items are related. So let me go ahead and put order items right here. So it's next to this. And I'm going to drag order ID by clicking on it and dragging it to order ID here. And choose OK and OK. Next I have books. As you can see, there is the ISBN right here, and I can tie it to ISBN for books. So I'm going to click on ISBN, hold my mouse and move it to ISBN here. Double check to make sure it is picked correctly. I click OK and OK. Then we have this ISBN in book author, which I would like to use. So I'm going to click ISBN here, click again and drag it to ISBN. Make sure that I have the proper selections and click OK. Let's take a look at authors, and I do have the author ID. I don't think, oh, it does tie to book author. That's what I thought. So I'm going to click on author, which is a primary key, click and hold and drag to this right here. Double check, it all matches, good. This table actually isn't tied to anything promotion. And I'm going to take a look at pub ID, which is tied to pub ID here. Kind of makes sense if I move this around, perhaps right here, and put publisher here. Click and click in, bring it to pub ID, make sure it's all good. And I would like to save this diagram as publishers diagram. All the asterisks mean that these tables have been modified and they haven't been saved, so I'm going to save all of them. Great. So now we have a wonderful diagram that represents all of our tables. We could, if we wanted to, go into these these links by right-clicking and choosing properties. Notice there's an option to delete the relationship also. For instance, let me take a look at this one between orders and order IDs, and notice the properties over here allows you to, for instance, do cascading, delete, and update rules. That doesn't make much sense for this particular one, but let's say that I have a situation here with publishers and books. If I were to drop a publisher right here, all those publisher IDs that are sitting over here would become orphaned. Of course, as it is right now, let's right click and choose the properties. And we do have enforce for replication, yes. Enforce foreign key constraint, yes. So if I wanted to drop a publisher right now, it should not allow me. Let's actually verify that. So I'm going to go to let's actually create just a new query from right here. And I am tied to publisher, so I'm going to say select asterisk from publisher, it is called, I believe, publisher. Yes, from publisher. And let's execute that. So we can see all of this. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete. I should make these all uppercase also, so I'm consistent. So I'm going to go ahead and delete from publisher where, let's say, publisher ID or pub ID is equal to 1. Let's see if it allows us. I notice the delete statement conflicted with the reference constraint foreign key books publisher. It won't let us. And that's important. This is basically referential integrity that's happening here. If I were to right click this and go to properties and do an insert and update specification, delete rule right now says no action. I'm going to make it be cascade. And for update rule, I'm also going to make it cascade. Now, I don't have any intentions of deleting anything, but I have done that. I am going to save this. Didn't mean to save the query. I just want to save this one. So now let's say that a particular publisher ID has been changed. Let's say publisher ID 1 is now 10. I can say update publisher set pub ID equal to 10 where pub ID is equal to 1 currently. Under normal circumstances, this would throw an error message because it would be violating the same constraint basically. But let's see what happens this time. It says that one row was affected. Let's actually go and take a look at select asterisk from publishers. And we can see that this is not publisher 10, but more importantly, let's do a select asterisk from books, which is the related table. And Notice that those pub IDs where they were 1 is now 10. So this was correctly cascaded to the related table. And that's what cascade does. And if I run this delete statement now, of course, if I change it to 10, then it will actually delete these rows. Revenge of Mickey and How to Manage the Manager will also be dropped from the related table. That's what cascade does. I am going to go ahead and change this back to what it was. So set pub ID to 1. If I execute that and then run this, you can see that they were changed now back to 1. Okay. And of course, our publisher is changed back to 1. So I just wanted you to get a good feel for how that diagramming comes in handy and how it makes it so much easier in a graphical way to work with SQL Server tables and the various features that are available to it. In this case, for instance, cascading on relationships. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. Hope you're enjoying these. And if you are, please share with loved ones and friends. And don't forget to contribute yourselves.